Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashish and here's a happy 2023 to all viewers. I had precious little to say in 2022 and I'm hoping to change that this year. Here's hoping that there'll be a lot more regular content on this channel. And I wanted to start this year by talking about one of my favorite Apple products from last year and one that I didn't think initially would be my favorite but eventually turned out to be my favorite. In fact, I dismissed it initially and didn't buy it in the launch month, but picked it up a couple of months later. Of course, I'm talking about the Apple Watch Ultra. And this product is actually a replacement for my Series 7 aluminum watch. Initially, when I compared them side by side, the 49mm display didn't seem that much bigger than the Series 7 45mm display, and as a result I dismissed it as being simply too expensive. But today I want to propose to you 5 things about the Apple Watch Ultra which may make you want to go out and buy one for 2023. The first aspect is that this Alpine Loop, and especially in this orange color, which is the signature color this year, it is extremely comfortable. This watch strap I can wear all day, every day, and it is infinitely adjustable because you can see the various slots we can put in the G hook, as Apple calls it. To me, it's more like a 6. I don't know why they call it a G. But anyway, this G hook can really be customized to your preference in terms of tightness. And secondly, the fabric is really comfortable. Do not listen to the naysayers. This is by far the most comfortable watch strap I've ever worn. And that actually includes a number of sport loops that I've been using with the Series 6 and 7 watches. And this strap is even more comfortable than these. So initially I wanted to try out the trail loop as well, but because I have zero complaints in terms of comfort with this loop, I may push that decision further. In terms of disadvantages, people have spoken about how this G part, the titanium part, can hit the face of the watch or the frame of the watch when you're taking it off, and it's certainly the case because obviously when you take it off you try and make it as loose as possible for your wrist to completely slide out, so you have to be a bit careful. But it's not that big of an issue, and as long as you've got a screen protector like the one I've put here from Spigen, then it's mostly a non-issue. Now, in terms of other disadvantages, this part here does pick up body oils and other contaminants and gets dirty over time. So that is why I refrained from making a review immediately once I got it. But then I've found that taking a shower with it once in a while, or really just washing it and leaving it overnight to dry on the charger itself, and that just completely takes care of that. But yes, certainly it doesn't look as pristine as the day I got it. So if you're bothered about that, then probably the green color would be more suitable. Now, the second aspect, and perhaps the biggest upgrade for the Apple Watch Ultra, is in terms of battery life. This watch can easily last 2 days when connected to your iPhone. In real world usage, I clocked it at 44 hours, so that still beats out the 36 hours pretty much conservative estimate that Apple gives out for this watch. Now, those that may be unaware, there is a way to watch YouTube on the Apple Watch now for some time. And I tried this with a walking workout recently. In about an hour and a half, it only used about 18% of battery. So you can stream YouTube to your AirPods and be walking outside or running outside, and this watch will still last you a day. If you're using the watch completely on cellular data, then it will just about last a day. It will get you through a whole day and you'll be able to make it back to the charger at night. Which brings me to point number 3, which is that it can essentially replace an iPhone. And that is primarily because of the much improved battery life over previous Apple Watches. And as long as you're okay with not having a camera in your pocket, not being able to scan QR codes, make UPI payments, etc., then this watch can easily replace a phone, at least during light tasks during the day. The display is big enough, you can type on the keyboard quite comfortably because the display is completely flat, unlike the older rounded displays of previous Apple Watches. It is quite comfortable to type on for a watch, and you've got voice dictation anyway. Also exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra is the Wayfinder watch face, which is extremely customizable and offers a lot more complications than you would get with the other Apple Watch faces. And it looks good. It has a compass that is always on, so you can use it outdoors, but you can use it for everyday life as well. You have the night mode as well, which looks good, consumes less battery, and again is exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra. In fact, if you're someone who's wanting to break free from computer screens during everyday life, then this can be a very good solution. If you just want basic connectivity, being able to respond to messages, and just being in touch with your friends and family, this is an excellent choice. Keep a pair of AirPods in your pockets, and you can take calls just as normal as you would with an iPhone. And for shorter calls, even taking calls on the watch's speaker is a really good experience, and the caller will not be able to distinguish whether you're on the phone or on an Apple Watch. The next point is in terms of the quality feel of this watch, and it really feels like a quality object the first time you hold it in your hands. It has a nice heft to it, and that feels decidedly more premium than any other previous Apple Watch. And once again, initially I didn't think much of the slightly bigger display as I thought, but it does make a difference. 49mm versus 45mm is a sizable difference, as well as being flat makes a huge difference when it comes to interacting with the watch, especially when typing stuff or tapping on buttons, etc. And finally, the vibration motor in this watch is as strong as some phones, or even stronger. So you will never miss a notification. But at the same time, things like the morning alarm that you set will trigger off in a very gentle manner, in a way that only Apple can do. And it will not jolt you out of your sleep, but the vibration will get gradually stronger until you're awake. There you have it, the Apple Watch Ultra, probably the best smartwatch on the planet. And in this case, I will say that it's worth every penny. It is expensive, and if you already have the Series 7 or Series 8 watches, you're not really getting an extra sensor this year. But at the same time, if you want a watch to actually replace your phone in some ways at least, then this is the best option there is as yet. Highly, highly recommended. And I just hope that Apple keeps a 2-year cycle for this watch and don't replace it next year, because it would be a shame to give up this watch every year, even for people who tend to change their tech every year. But if you're not one of them, this will last you years and years and years to come. Perhaps the only limiting factor will be the battery as it ages. So these were completely unstructured, random thoughts about the Apple Watch Ultra and why it deserves a place in your life. If you like this style of content, please do let me know in the comments below, and please help this channel by liking, sharing and subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.